Hiya Papaya, and welcome back to more Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I'm Commander Whale, and today just going to show off real quickly here that we do have our Commander Shepard back in the Blood Dragon armor for the next mission we are embarking on here. And just also showing off that we have found plenty of more side missions to do the next time we have a side mission episode. We have in fact currently mined out every possible planet that we can reach at this point in time, all the way down to depleted. But before we do continue onward, we do still have some loyalty missions to pick up the start points for, so let's start down with let's work our way down the ship. Let's start with Samara and Thane, as I know neither of these will open up new star systems, as Thane's is back with Garrus's on the Citadel and Samara's is back on the Space Mushroom.
I am glad you came. I must ask for your help. That is not easy for me.
It's alright. Just tell me what you need.
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
So is an Ardat Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death.
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I cannot imagine what this is like for you.
I do not want pity, Shepard. I do not accept it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask, and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
Sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
You either get stuck in your past or forget it and move on.
I am not stuck in my past. I am out to rectify it. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll go find Morinth.
Alright, we gotta go to, back to the space mushroom to go hunting some, I guess an Asari sex vampire is what you could classify it, and Arda Yakshi as. Alright, Thane. What's up with you?
Shepard.
It's hard to take you seriously when you have shades like that, my man.
Is there something wrong?
Yes. Now that you are here, though, it seems more difficult to talk about.
Are you feeling sick? I could get the doctor.
No. Though I suppose that is a part of it. My mortality has me dwelling on things. I had a family once. I still have a son. His name is Kolyat. I haven't seen him for a very long time.
Did something happen to them?
I abandoned them. Oh, not all at once. Nothing dramatic, no sneaking out in the middle of the night, no final argument or slammed door. I just did my job. I hunted and killed across the galaxy. Away on business, my wife would tell people. I was always away on business.
How long's it been since you talked?
10 years. He showed me some of his schoolwork and asked if we could dance crazy. We did that when he was younger.
What sort of dance is that?
I checked my extranet contacts. I expect an update on my next target. The console plays music. Old. Unfashionable. Kolyat jumps into the room. My father runs around in circles. I scoop him up, toss him into the air. He shrieks, laughs, spin me. The console beeps. I put him down. Click the message. Father, he pleads. Tucks my sleeve. I need to read this, I say. I don't look at him.
You never mentioned this before. Why now?
When my wife departed from her body, I attended to that issue. I left Kolyat in the care of his aunts and uncles. I have not seen him or talked to him since.
If we're talking about this, he must have contacted you.
No, he didn't. But my condition... I've been judging my life, measuring what I've added and what I've taken away. I used my contacts to trace Kolyat. He has become disconnected. He does what his body wills.
You'll have to explain that one to me.
Disconnected. The body is not our true self. The soul is. Body and soul work as one in a whole person. When the soul is weakened by despair or fear, when the body is ill or injured, the individual is disconnected, no longer whole.
What's wrong with him? Is he hurt?
Something happened that should not have. He knows where I've been, what I've done. I don't know his reasons, but he has gone to the Citadel. He's taken a job as a hitman. I would like your help to stop him. This is not a path he should walk.
You don't hire a raw rookie for a contract killing.
I'm afraid someone may have seen we share a name and assumed we share skills. I don't know why he would accept the task.
To be closer to you, maybe?
That thought haunts me more than any other.
Maybe he name-dropped you to get hired.
It's possible, but I don't think so. It doesn't seem right. My name. He should not respect it.
Thane, I don't have your contacts, and I don't have your tracking skills. Why do you need my help for this?
I don't need your help. I want it. The last time I saw my son, they'd wrapped her body in sea vines, weighted it with stones. let her body slide into the water. He hits me. Don't let them. Stop them. Why weren't you? Rains. It always rains on Kaje. Warm water pours down his face.
I didn't mean to make you relive that.
Perfect memory. It is sometimes a burden.
What made him go to the Citadel?
Years ago, I prepared a package for him. A relic of my ill-spent life. I had Volus bankers store it, and arranged for delivery when I died. He acquired it early. I don't really know how. I did wet work on the Citadel around the time his mother died. That may be why he went there.
I'll get us to the Citadel as soon as possible.
Thank you, Shepard. I'll be meditating until you need me.
Now, Thane's having some problems with the son trying to get into the family business. I wonder what Tali has on her mind. Tali, I do believe, will open up a new star system for me to strip mine off camera as well. Not just a new star system, but I believe even a new star cluster. We've already passed through the mass relay we need to pass through to get to our next mission, so we're not going to be checking anything before that, though.
I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients. Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Anora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Okay. Let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Tally's loyalty mission is probably going to be the second to last one we undertake before going through the Omega 4 relay. Mission in general, not just loyalty mission. And there's a pretty good reason for that we will see once we start creeping around trying to get our hands on a Reaper IFF. But for now, let's just enter the galaxy map, and we will see ourselves hovering around the planet Ziona with a mission Firewalker: MSV Rosalie. This is our first real foray into the DLC. I do believe that teetering on the edge of a cliff ship anomaly and the was DLC, as well as I know that the Normandy crash site was originally DLC. If we start the scanner here, we can see I've already done my due diligence in depleting this planet of its resources. There's still a little bit you can probe out if you want to, but that's only going to give you like a couple hundred palladium, and I've got 1.3 million. If you look at our totals there, we have iridium as our lowest non-EZO resource at just shy of 900,000. This Firewalker mission, I do believe, must be completed before going on to the next one we'll be tackling, which will be Project Overlord. That is because the Firewalker will, I believe, reward us with a new vehicle to cruise around the planet in, at least when we land for Overlord. So I'm pretty sure we need to come here first to acquire ourselves a new, less janky to control rover, also named after a variety of shark. On this mission, we're going to be bringing Morden, and we haven't ever really used Samara in any sort of combat capabilities. So we will go ahead and bring her along. Alright, Samara has 4 to assign. I think I'm gonna max out her Asari Justicar. We can get either lots of recharge time down, a little bit of weapon damage, and their health buffs are identical, so it's just either weapon damage or recharge time. We're gonna give her better recharge times. Morden still can't get anything new. And he is the perfect model of a scientist Solarian. He studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. We're gonna keep with this weapon layout, I think, for now. Yeah, we're gonna keep her on the Collector Assault Rifle. I think it's the only true full auto assault rifle, aside from the absolutely wimpy baseline Avenger. So, let's land in the middle of this exploding volcano. The Firewalker name was pretty literal. I think we found the wreckage of the MSV Rosalie.
I don't think the ship is safe. We've run into the Geth far too often. I'm going to stay at the next site with Dr. Aloy. I think we'll be safer there.
Anything more to say, Journal? Nope. One thing I do want to try doing here before we get moving on is I kind of want to rearrange some power. Yeah, some power usages here. We cannot remap what is on a triangle, but we can use circle and square to remap things to R1 and L1. Which is just, we are currently holding R1 to pull up this wheel, but you can remap something to just be a tap of L1. Or a tap of R1. We're gonna remap pull to R1. We don't really need an ammo type on that kind of trigger switch anymore. And I feel like we're gonna move slam onto there. Cargo computer control. Here's our rover. How did they make it handle less jankily than the Mako? They made it a hover rover. No need to worry about terrain physics at all.
Primary systems online.
The M44 Hammerhead is now ours.
Fighting vehicle. This is your onboard VI. Caution. Guided missile system active. Acquired.
All right, we got a little bit of extra research there. We're gonna be... It does have weapon systems on it and a boost. R2 is gonna be our cannon and L2 our boost. If you're playing along on Xbox, that would be a right trigger and left trigger respectively. And it does have quite the hops on it.
Path is now clear.
All right, we got a boost through the fire. A little bit of things here giving us a little bit of extra practice with the Hammerhead. What do we have here? You can also boost while in the air, which I do believe will slow your falling momentum. Right. We gotta get up there somehow, it's saying. Can't quite get up there. How sad. This thing certainly can stand up to a lot of beating. Much more fluid in its movement than that clunky old hunk of junk known as the Mako. I love it already. And now, excuse me while I'm getting my tank legs under me. Okay. I got up there. Now we're up on top of that thing. So close. Hey, and we brute force our way up. That's just the Pokemon Legends Arceus player in me. Used to using that word here to get up on top of things that you normally need other rides for. A little bit more research still to find here. Oof, that was a heavy hit. This is where we entered this area from. Yes, this is the entryway. Ah, we gotta get all the way up there now. Not quite. If I could just get up on top of that arch, then maybe. No. Okay, we can keep this thing aloft by mashing X pretty decently. Alright, that's how we get back up there. A much jumpier tank than the previous one. There's our target.
We've done it. Mission objectives completed.
All right, nice little quick excursion to introduce us to the Hammerhead. Yeah, I don't think the Rosalie survived. Alright. Found the wreckage of the freighter MSV Rosalie, Hammerhead acquired, and research data recovered. Experience. The credits we found from the data, plus the credits given to us by Ol Elusive. Totals 15K. Not good. I needed. I was down to about under 3K from all that, from all those mining expenses. Now we will see if Tally's loyalty mission has added a new cluster to our charts. First, we got to get back to the relay system here. Just cross that green line in any system that has a green line, and you'll go to the cluster map where you do spend fuel. This is the same star cluster that Zai's loyalty mission takes place in. We will head to the Aquila system for now because we are leaving. We'll stock up on fuel. Elusive man, didn't we get additional funding? Why am I only seeing 10K? I didn't spend 10K on fuel right there. Yes, the Valhallan Threshold is a new unexplored star cluster. We won't be approaching the migrant fleet, or we may approach the migrant fleet, but we won't dock there just yet. It is a binary system. And is already 100%. The migrant fleet is the only thing in the Raheel Leia system. Micah and Paz, however, do I believe have some resources for us. We'll start at Paz and work our way outward. Okay, Paz is a pretty small system, actually. That's not what I'm thinking of. Pretty sure Micah is what I'm thinking of here. Yes. Micah has the second asteroid in the system formed around an element 0 core. Micah is going to be an element 0 rich planetoid for you to mine out. 2 hot Jupiters out. Well, I don't know how hot the second one is, but okay, yes, this is a hot Jupiter. It's orbiting closer to its star than Earth orbits to the sun. Another one of another member of the Ezo trio. These guys are all going to be good places to mine out some element 0. So let's show off mining out one of them on screen. We want to deplete this thing here. We're getting a massive Ezo spike, so we're going to concentrate our probe there. Another massive Ezo spike. Note, this cluster does not unlock massive palladium spike. The entire galaxy seems to be made out of palladium. This cluster does not open up until you have accepted Tally's loyalty mission. So just know that doing so will unlock these 3 very element 0 rich planetoids as well. Dwarf planets, to be precise. Pretty much on every planet you can find a little bit of the other 3, iridium, platinum, and palladium. But element 0 only shows up on certain planetoids like these here. This one's also very iridium rich. Alright, that's a pretty good Ezo spike. Another big spike. Even when you do find Ezo on a planet, a spike like that is not exactly something you're gonna find everywhere. And I don't think I've ever seen element 0 spike that high. That's good. It's also going to give us a decent amount of iridium along with our element 0. Ezo, if I haven't mentioned before, is an in-universe slang term for element 0. Personally, I believe the element 0 name is used because that's what the data files in the Prothean ruins on Mars called it. But I also think that the Protheans used the element 0 name because the civilization before them used their equivalent of calling it element 0. And I honestly believe the real element 0 name can be, although this is never confirmed, like the mass relays in Citadel themselves, traced back to the Reapers. So I think there's actually a canonical reason behind BioWare being too lazy to give element 0 a proper name. We will go until this rock is also as depleted as the others. Nice iridium spike. If this doesn't bring us down to at least poor. Ah, brought us all the way to depleted. Very nicely done. Particularly on these element 0 rich bodies, you should maybe give another pass to see if there's another little bit of element 0 you missed. So far, we're not getting any movement on that element 0 part of the scanner. Aside from the standard, there's nothing here movement. Those spikes are only going to give you a couple hundred, so I don't really consider them worth the 20 credits that each probe costs you. All right. Since Firewalker was less exciting than I originally figured it would be, thought I'd at least show off stripping all the element 0 out of a rock, as I immediately remembered after seeing that binary star system with just the migrant fleet that those 3 were going to be in that system. So I do thank you very much for watching. Do remember to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy the Hammerhead much more than the Mako already even. The Hammerhead was originally only available as DLC. It is now part of the base Legendary Edition game. Do also remember to sub to the channel if you have not done so already. I am trying to make a career out of YouTube, and each sub is a step in the right direction. And do also remember that I do enjoy hearing from all y'all, so do feel free to leave comments down below. Leave your thoughts on the mission or the Hammerhead or the janky having to keep shifting around to stay close to a research project that's constantly pushing you away. Or just say, hey, as after all, I do enjoy hearing from all y'all. Now, the business side of things out of the way, and make sure to stay cool, stay classy, and I hope y'all are having wonderful days. But most importantly, do remember to most effectively jump and boost your tank. But until next time, I have been Commander Whale, but the time has come to say, bye papaya.